Assalamu alaikum family. Welcome to today's beautiful what?
Beautiful,
day.
yeah.
Cold day, yeah.
It's a cold day. You can see where we're going to sit.
Yeah, it's rained. It's just rained a while ago anyway. Is there a difference, family, between how social media affects the Western children and the African children? That is our question.
Kuna tofauti kati ya watoto walivyolelewa hapa hivi Afrika, na kuna tofauti kweli na vile watoto walivyolelewa kwa Amerikani, Ulaya, majuu. Na hiyo tofauti ina affect watoto wetu. Is it ina reduce akili ya watoto wetu ama ina affect aje watoto wetu? Tunaweza taka sana kujua, and that's Kiswahili for you.
Tunataka sana kujua, so mtusaidie kuchambua historia, mtusaidie mtupe waidha zenu, opinions zenu. Tafadhali share with us your opinions.
Share with us your opinion.
Is there a difference between how it affects children in different continents of the world? That is our question.
We do feel kindly leave us, kindly watch the full video, leave us a like.
Let's continue in 2 minutes.
Before we start, introduce yourself for them.
Who are you? I am Mrs. Kihuha.
And I'm Mr. Kihuha.
We are the Kihuhas. Here's our beautiful home in East Africa. It's raining. It's drizzling right now. It's just rained a while ago. And I will remind you guys to focus.
Where are we setting it up? Show us. Here's our setup, guys.
There's our stool. Kibui for our fellow Kenyans. These are just books. And here is our umbrella, phone umbrella.
This is
DIY phone umbrella.
The phone will be coming here. We'll be fixing our phone inside here.
So kindly watch till the end. That part, no.
That part. We thought our cops ahead, man.
The video.
And Mazi have fucked up my DL. Seen a DL, so normally. Imagine that's how tough today is for you guys. Faster. And this is our generation, man. Previously, actually, their maturity level is going down with the years. Like the younger they are now, the mature they are becoming.
No, women, I believe they are. Okay, how women are built on we might be at the same age, but a woman will have more than Assalamu alaikum again, family. Let us wipe the bench. It has rained.
It's been raining, but we're still doing it, Amma.
It's freezing cold, but we love it. It's better the cold than the heat. Again, we are Mr. and Mrs. Kihuha. Thank you for tuning in today. We are trying to find out today if social media affects children in different continents. For now, we're focusing on Africa and USA.
And Western. Let's just say Western
Western countries and African countries. Are they affected different, or let's say less developed countries, like African countries, Asian countries, are they affected differently to how Western or richer countries are affected? So you guys share opinions with us too. You have kids, probably you're watching, you have kids.
We'd love to know, how are your kids coping with social media, with YouTube, TikTok? Are you introducing them to when they are infant? Are you introducing it to them at a certain age?
Like what are your ways with them?
What are your ways
and
with them?
Why? Like why would you choose that way to raise your kids? Like is it something that you have pre-planned or other things you avoid? Like we would love, since we are a YouTube family, as you guys know, for us these things are things that we would love to know more about. Many of you are parents at our age, so you're in this same generation. So share your views with us too.
Sisi as wenye tunafanya YouTube na bado tunataka kuwa na watoto so inaweza kuwa sana usaidizi mkiweza kutupatia your opinion. If you can give us, share with us your opinion.
To share your opinions with us.
So itatusaidia sana pia, not just us but any other couple yenye watataka kuona such a content, such a video, wajua kama kuintroduce watoi wao kwa social media. Even if they are working with social media as us, we're working with social media. Is it, you can let us know, is it advised?
What are your thoughts? For adults we understand it's choice, but now for kids, do they have a choice?
Do they have a choice?
Do you want to like share with them how this was just a conversation Ian and I were having.
We were just watching a few shots, and it began, and we thought like because I feel the first countries, their kids are growing in a more social media environment more than our kids, and yet the social media they're having, it's not affecting them negatively like us here in Africa, where social media affected us very negatively. It's affected an entire generation, our generation, very negatively. The only reason we know social media is for pornographic images. That's the only way we know social media.
This is in third world countries.
This is in third world countries. But in the first world, maybe UK, United States, there's a way that we see that US children are already
way more
advanced,
knowledgeable in terms of social media. Like they're not being taken down by the negative side. What happens here in countries like our own, the kids are not very aware. Yet the kids in higher countries are way more exposed to social media. So we're trying to understand why is there that difference. These kids in third world countries are not as exposed to social media. They have access to phones very late, probably in university age. Most of them have it in university age. Yet they fall for the bad part of social media way worse than how a person in US or UK would fall for it.
Kindly let us know, why do you think there's that difference of is it because maybe the first world countries are introducing this social media to their kids at a very young stage, unlike here in Africa we are very trained in how we introduce such things, because you'll find that we'll be sending our kids to an education system where they'll be there the whole day, and when they come back home we still have to hold it back how we're going to give them the phone to use it until a certain age. And we feel like that kind of exposure is what is making the kids now hold back. If you ask AANIQA and I, when we're growing up with our social media, our parents could not touch our social media.
We never used to share with them. And also one more thing is like I forget my points. Anyway, what I was going to say is like one point that we came to figure out as we were discussing is that one thing that really pulls children in third world countries back is the parents, as Ian has said, don't want to expose them. They don't want to inform them that there is a negative part of social media. You see parents in, say, upper world countries, as much as they expose their children to social media, I believe they give them the knowledge that social media comes with a negative side and a positive side. So the kid always grows up knowing they have a choice. They have a choice to where they go. But kids in third world countries like our own, your parents will never inform you there's pornography on internet. So when you find that as the only thing you find on internet, that is the only way you'll go. You will never know that YouTube has such educational things. Like you can build your whole life as a young person through YouTube. You can't, and that is, so we came to this, we came to this point that maybe it's education, like the kids here are not being taught. They're not keeping up with the education as they need to.
Education is one of them. Also, I'd love to remind any of our audience, our family who are watching us, that it's you, for us with our family, we'd love to know, to really understand if it's best for us to introduce our kids to social media. When the time comes, we have our children, and what age do you think is right to introduce a kid to social media? Because at this age, we're seeing from infancy, you're opening your child's account, Instagram account and all this, and we're thinking this same thing is happening in the first world countries. But the same way that this young child in Africa will be affected with this social media is very different from how a child in USA or UK will be affected with that same social media. So there's a very big gap there. Is it the education? Is it even the food that the first world is eating? What is it that is making that lag? Is it our educational system?
But education does play a big role here. But you guys need to share with us, because I believe right now the world is evolving, as we have said, like the world is evolving. So obviously the ones who will be left behind, they have a disadvantage as well, Let the truck pass.
That's tea.
Tea is coming to you, warm tea. Anyway, now the parents who choose to say not expose their children by not giving them any knowledge at all about social media.
It's more
these kids are more lagged behind. So when they compare themselves to their fellow peers who have this exposure, they seem not educated enough. They seem not illiterate enough.
So that means us African parents who are coming up in this generation, first of all, we hide from our experiences. Let's go there. In my own experiences, I have so many mess up that I feel I'm not worth it anymore. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably you understand what I'm talking about. You've
Yeah.
really messed up so much in your life that you feel it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
One beauty that we have not been told in this our generation is that we are a generation that had to experience this mess up that we've experienced for us to turn that mess up into a teaching, into an experience for the next generations.
Actually, it is that, as we say, that we have learned failure, so many of you younger ones will not have to fail like that. The same way, these experiences that we have gone through as a generation is so that our children don't have to go through the same experience again.
Yeah, like you can imagine, as you as our viewer or AANIQA here, AANIQA has gone through so many experiences that beat her down to a place she fought to come out of that place. And now that she's come out of that place, that same thing that you're feeling is beating you down, you can change it. It be a teaching to the next generation. I can imagine now any girl, any woman, anyone who will be coming across AANIQA will be able to change their life forever with her experiences. And these experiences that we've gone through our generation, it's gold. I just love to tell you that experiences you have, the bad in this generation, that's gold. And you need to bring out that experience. You need to let people know, yes, I've watched pornography. Yes, it's affected me. Yes, I've succumbed to that. You know, yes, I've passed it. And now the next generation, how will it affect them as well? So it's for us, especially us who have gone through hard experiences, try and change that experience. And in this generation, we have so many ways that you can bring out your experience. You can let people know that this happened, and you know, it's really motivating for people, especially with our generation. We need to hear more that, oh, I've gone through this, same as you've gone through this, and you've come out on the other side, so it means I can come out on the other side.
And that is the only way we can help each other, is by passing on our experiences. For us, we have said that for us, fails are not burdens on us, they are more like lessons. So for you, dear viewers, who are young, who feel like you may have failed so many times, or even who are old, you feel like you have failed so many times, just use those fails as a ladder to climb up to go where you want to reach.
And if you feel you're an old person, maybe you've reached to that extent, now what you can use that experience is to pass it down to the one who's coming, so that they don't end up stepping on the same portal you stepped on. You know, that's the kind of experiences we need to pass down to this generation, because the social media has affected us the worst way. So we can use that worst way to teach this coming generation that we've experienced this, you guys don't need to experience this now. Just like as it has been, the reason why we are evolving, and AANIQA was talking about evolving, that's what has happened between the world. The world now, we can't say the world has changed, we can't say the world it's a new century, we can't say it's a new era. No, the world has evolved. If you've not taken time and realized, the world has evolved. We are no longer in how we used to run things 10 years ago, and we will not be there. It's the truth that in the next 10 years, probably supermarkets won't be there. You'll be able to order your fresh groceries off your phone. So supermarkets will be closing down.
It's already happening now,
These restaurants are being closed down. That's why we were talking about this on our previous video. You need to start now working with these content creators, because even us as content creators, there's so much power we can have as together.
If we can work together as a family, we can always work to promote each other. Like there's some things that you are not willing to do that we are willing to do, and there's some things that we don't have access to that you have access to.
And when we come together for this, any person right now who you're planning for your career or your future next steps, if those future next steps don't have to do with anything with the internet, I believe you are on the outside and you need to be on the inside. It's for right now. There was a time in the world when people made their billions. Here in Kenya, we have the richest family, the ones who have been leading in Kenya for a while.
You guys know.
So this rich family, when there was a time that they accumulated their wealth, and it's been generational wealth till right now, and times have changed even for them. Times have changed to a point now is when people start, at this moment, this evolved is where we start now accumulating the next generational wealth. The last generational wealth that you've seen, guys, in every country, it's failing, it's going down now. That generational wealth is going down. More people, Elon Musk are the ones who are coming to bring now and that's technology. That's technology. You know, beta. What is it called? Beta. What is it called? Facebook. The new word for beta. Things like that. Those are the people who are getting generational wealth now. By making a Tesla, he makes a generational wealth. You can't go and say, oh, I build a land or somewhere. I have 10 supermarkets. I have. Let this pass.
Again.
Yeah, you can't say now I have, a tea factory. No, now those kind of things are changing. Everything is, even that tea factory is being run by a machine. Someone is there somewhere and you can just turn it on and off. Things have changed.
So in simple terms, you just have to keep up. You have to be willing to adopt. So that is how you have to teach your children. This is not something they will avoid. They will always come across social media. We came across it already in 2012, 2013.
Very young,
So right now it's accessible to younger ones. It keeps getting younger by each generation. So all we can do is equip them with the weapon of knowledge. Let them know what is there on social media. And don't run away from social media. Don't feel like how we were discussing, you don't have to put the faces of your children. Sometimes they can have a talent like playing a piano, and you can use the sound of the piano they're playing and put it as a podcast. It doesn't have to be their face.
No, it's not just YouTube. It's not just TikTok. It's not just Instagram. They are podcast guys. Even YouTube allows you to do things that you don't have to put your face to it. You can't. One thing that it's a must. You must evolve with this generation. You must. There is no, if you're willing or not, you must. Your kids will find this best to start educating them on how they'll make money out of it and not be destroyed by it. Remember, those are the two options you have. Your kid will grow up either way with a cell phone. Teach them how to make money with that cell phone, or teach them how to destroy themselves with that cell phone. It's simple. Choice. It's your choice.
And right now, the fact is that many of you are parents and you are on social media. A lot of the portion of the day you spend on social media. So that means that influence, as we told you, your children watch what you do. That is a very clear influence your children are taking from you. So it's best what you're watching. At least, first of all, you're teaching how to create for themselves. Create something that they will be benefited from. Let them not waste their money watching alone. Let them create something so that at the end of the day, as they're watching, they know something is coming in as well.
So that they can be able to understand that this same internet that they are going to check their friends on Facebook, they can also be able to create and make something of their own. And that's the only way, guys. We won't lie to you here today. If with this, you can put it on my grave. Give it 10 years. Let me know if you see the amount of supermarkets, the amount of, what are they called? Restaurants will have reduced by 50% or more.
They must,
They will have in
already
10 years.
Right now, everything is, you buy your groceries. Many people buy their groceries online nowadays. Everything is online. Medicines, shopping, everything, food. So if you have not already, if you're using those ways but you've not adopted to knowing that this is what your life is going to become, then you're going to be left behind, and especially for your kids. For many of the parents, you're already mature, so it's for the kids that they need to learn.
Let's talk about something like Naivas here in Kenya. Naivas, if they start thinking in this directory we're talking about of seeing the future in that sense, Naivas would be able to maybe contact us, and we'll start now purchasing their ungas and their mafutas and at the same time, because you'll be spending more time watching us, you'll be able to get the same things we get by just pressing a button underneath our YouTube channel. That's how these things need to start evolving. If you own a restaurant, if you own a supermarket, you need to start getting in touch with those small content creators who are coming, because they're the future. They're the ones who will advertise your work.
There is where advertisements are happening right now. Many of us don't watch TV anymore.
Right now we might sit here, we have very less views, because we are trying to gain the views. That's our biggest, but soon since we started our YouTube channel, we promise you guys in the next few weeks you'll start seeing us start our construction process.
By the way, on that, let you know that right now we have someone who is managing us. And I told you guys the doors will close.
The doors have closed now.
Now the doors have closed. We have someone who is managing us, so we wouldn't have any direct contact between us and the viewers. Because
especially the ones who want to work with us.
It will be passing the email address that is shared below. That is going to go to our manager, Hope. She's the one who will be communicating to you guys. Then we will know from there. We will find out from her. So there's not going to be any direct communication. Our number is not on WhatsApp anymore. It's just strictly for MPESA for our project.
So for you as well, for you who already have our private numbers, it's just now we can't share it with anyone else. So you are really part of our family.
Yeah,
for you,
this is not for you guys.
This is not for you who we are already in communication with. This is just for the ones who will be wanting to work with us in the future. There's our managing process to Rakistani now. We've gotten a manager, and now it will be more.
We won't be able to make the decisions ourselves. You have to be able to pass through the managing process. Then from there we'll be able to know. Even if you will want us to do it direct, there's no direct communication that we will be able to provide from our side right now.
But that's by the way, guys. So one other thing that we'll let you know, we have our GoFund, guys. We are building our house. We want to start building our house and a way to sustain ourselves in the future, other than YouTube. And we are really trying to raise the funds. Our GoFund is up. Kindly check it out in the link. And the link will be down here below. Check it out, guys. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment. We'd love to know what do you think about letting our kids into social media. Let us know what you think about that. There's more to where these kind of conversations are coming from. They're coming from questions that we have of our future. Questions that we'd love to hear from you, who has this experience of putting your kid on social media, and you who doesn't have that experience as well. We'd really love to hear that from you guys. Let me check how it's recording. We are our own production team. It's a team that is growing.
Now it's growing. We have our manager now. We have our editor.
By the way, something that is lacking in our educational system right now, us Muslims were fasting. We are going through something that is called
Ramadan.
Happy Ramadan to all of you. Shia, happy Ramadan, brother. Happy Ramadan to all of you. We spoke to a friend from the UK, and she was telling us her kids are being offered if their kids should be...
If they're fasting during this Ramadan, there's a system in place to be able to take care of them.
And that is the kids in school. The school is recommending we can be able to support your kids if they're Muslim in fasting. That to us, it blew our minds. Because
she said it doesn't just happen for Muslims, it happens for every religion.
For even non-Muslims, they can participate in the fasting.
And apart from that, like, they cater for every religion's functions.
Needs,
like whatever every religion has to
offer,
commit to at a time, they will be able to take care of that.
So these kind of things, we'd also love to let our Africans know that we lack things like that, and they're really dragging our illiteracy level. Our illiteracy, we are coming to realize so many things right now that us Africans were being taken advantage of.
And imagine for you and me how much of a big deal it was that in our high school it was interracial, that we were able to get that different influence. For Ian and I, it was so important. We had every sort of culture among us. We had Muslims, we had Christians, we had Indians, we had all of them.
Every culture.
And we were able to
celebrate
mix and match, so we were able to learn that cultures are not different. We're all just one family, but we just celebrate multiple different things.
And this, imagine, it's because we went to one of the best schools.
High schools.
But our parents really tried there. We went to one of the best high schools. So
we had a beautiful high school
and
life.
That experience of high school is what, for me, I would have gone in a public school, which this kind of, I would have never even met, I would have never thought in my mind I have the courage to speak to someone like AANIQA. But because I went to that school,
and imagine, it's sad like that is the sort of mentality that in third class countries
they put us through
children the public children are given to. For us it was important because this exposure taught us who we are right now. It's
more like for us Kenyans who are black, we were accepted in a place that we were not accepted, and it gave, I'm so sure any of us Africans are black Kenyans who in that school, we got something that is called a first class experience.
I think we all did. That high school was beautiful for all of us. It was slightly expensive.
It's called Jalaram,
Most of the people many people that were studying there, they were middle class families. Or many of us were middle class families, but it wasn't the best, it wasn't the easiest to afford, but it was the best option.
It was the best option,
because the sort of exposure it gave us, it was a beautiful school. And one more thing that always comes back to is education. You see, we had the knowledge of
education.
Cultures are one. We are one family. We don't look at each other as another one is inferior.
And now in this generation, you can introduce now I won't have to wait for my kid to go to Jalaram Academy for them to understand there's a Pakistani, there's, you know, before I met AANIQA, I thought just Muslims are Muslims. You know, like you get, like all Muslims are the same, but I came to understand there's a Pakistani Muslim.
Yeah, like there's different cultures in each religion.
Yeah, it's actually a religion, it's not a culture. That's what I came to learn, you know. And things like that, we won't have to wait for our kids to learn them from going to meet AANIQA and all that. Now we have social media, guys. Yeah, you can be educative to your kids. So show them this kind of things.
Now I think we like so many kids who are on social media, they know multiple languages just through watching videos.
Yeah.
That means they can communicate with children of different communities, different religions, different languages, just because of things like YouTube. So that is the exposure you must give your children. That is the good side of YouTube. You can always teach them something nice through there.
Yeah, and one thing that we all must know, that these kids are way, way clever than you and I think. No, Wolf. No. Saseni? You know, these kids are way more clever than we think. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. A very small infant, you'll find he can use a phone compared to an infant 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So they're way more smart than we think. You might be there thinking your kid is there's a slow growth. No, it doesn't matter where this kid is. America, Europe, doesn't matter. The kid is way smarter than you think. Always remember that. That toddler is always, in this generation, your kid is way smarter.
And they really hold on to what you feed them as a child. So if you're always telling them as a child that you can do it, you're capable of it, you know, you have the best, you have everything you need, you're smart, you're really good at what you do. If you will always teach them like that, then...
Wolf. Sorry, Wolf wants to be jumpy. Wolf, come.
Don't jump on me.
Yeah, you're gone, baby.
Yeah. Anyway, we must give them the education. We must teach them.
Wolf, no.
Yeah.
We must really educate our kids, especially in technology. It's getting dark. I think it's going to rain again.
Yeah, I think we can end the video there. Anyway, I hope you guys have gained something small from there. Thank you for tuning in. Have a beautiful Ramadan.
There is where the phone was. Guys, that's where the phone was. We're setting it up there, having a nice conversation here.
It's a cold day. It wants to start raining again.
Yeah, it'll be raining again. So lovely people. This is the Rakistanis again. Yeah, this is the Rakistanis.
Kindly check our GoFund to support us here.
Yeah. We have our MPESA for you, our Kenyan brothers. Our number is the same there. Kindly check it out. Support us. We will be supporting us, support ourselves in so many ways. Yeah. And we promise to always be doing this every single day.
We will always give you something nice to look forward to relax your day. And meanwhile, we'll try to educate you a little bit by passing down whatever we learn. It's always a matter of sharing. Sharing is always caring. So we will share with you everything we have.
And we decided we'll be able to, since right now we don't have the funds to start traveling and bringing you more diverse content, let's start with what is in our mind by sharing that while we build for that. It's not that this is Rakistani, no. Rakistani is about to blow up.
We have everything. You know, we already cook. So you guys have to let us know. By the way, always in the comments, share with us what type of videos you want
to see next.
We are willing, even if it's to go somewhere a little bit further than where we are, we will do it. Just let us know in the comments below. Check our GoFund, our MPESA, and we love you.
We love you guys. This is the Rakistanis.
This is the Rakistani.
We'd love to tell you that. Happy Ramadan.
Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem to all our brothers and sisters everywhere around the world.
Shia Bennett, everyone's new.
Shia Bennett, your beautiful family. Please pray for Hope and her beautiful family always. Hope always comes through for us. She's the one managing us now. Please come through for us. She's the one trying right now.
She's really helping us so much. For us, it will be nice to also try and help her by letting you guys know you can really be helping us a lot, even to help by the donations.
Your donations are life for us. And to Hope, we love you. May God always bless you, your beautiful family. Always remember us in your prayers, family. Remember Hope in your prayers. Remember,
we won't let any of you guys down.
We will never let you guys down. And we will always remember you in our beautiful Ramadan prayers.
Remember, it's always a
love heart.
and a salute.